It was a dark night in Bethlehem, and the 3 wise men followed a bright and shining star.
Bringing gifts of myrrh and frankincense, they came upon a manger, and inside they found
the Rubber Chicken
Christmas
Podcast.
Christmas special. It's the Christmas special. Or more specifically, me and Gord.
Some eggnog, a crackling fire.
And enough Yuletide cheer to rape a stegosaurus.
What?
I don't know. I was improvising.
Boy, you probably just improvised our last listener away. Thanks a lot.
I don't care. I don't even want to be here. It's Christmas. I want to go home to my family.
I'm not going anywhere.
But they're having Christmas dinner tonight.
Sit the fuck down! Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
I've read this copy of Battlefield Earth 28 times. Can I have something else?
I'm so proud of you, son. No. Hello and welcome back to the Chicken Sight Holiday Pod Show. I'm Gord Myron.
And I'm Andre Summers.
Happy are you, son of a bitch?
I'm Andre Summers.
We had a lot of great stuff for you tonight, so instead of eating dinner with your family, why not spend Christmas with us?
Good question, Gord. Later on in the show, we'll be talking with local pastor John Tuesday about the homogenization of the holiday season.
And we'll be getting a look at that homogenization firsthand when we speak with Andre's agent, Morty Beckbaum, who apparently celebrates Hanukkah.
He's not my agent.
But he said...
I don't care what he said. Please don't call him my agent.
Okay. Now, why don't we head over to the kitchen and check in with Andre's ex-girlfriend, Emily, who is preparing quite the holiday feast.
Hi, Gord.
Hey, Emily.
Hi, Andre.
Get back together.
No.
So, Emily, tell us, what are you preparing?
Well, Gord, this is a traditional home-style eggnog, the recipe for which has been passed down inside of my family for generations. Basically, what I do is...
Wait. Isn't this like some kind of family secret?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But nobody's listening to this show, so it's alright.
Well, fair enough.
So it's very easy to prepare. Basically, all you do is mix in a big bowl 2 cups of rum, 3 cups of whiskey, 1 Smirnoff Ice, 2 Bacardi, 3 red wine, 2 sparkling white wine, 8 non-sparkling white wine, 2 Maudite, 4 cans of Molson Canadian.
Emily, is there anything in your eggnog besides alcohol?
What do you mean?
Yeah, we'll come back to you in a bit, Emily. Pastor John Tuesday has just walked into our studio. Gord's setting him up with a microphone as we speak. Pastor, happy holidays. You mean Merry Christmas, son? Whatever. No, not whatever. You see, this is the attitude that has driven our Lord Jesus Christ from the hearts and minds of his flock, still celebrating his birth, but spitting upon him as they do.
Now, Pastor, you've been working within the community to, as you say, put the Christ back in Christmas. Is that correct?
That is correct, my child. Shut the hell up, please. It is an understatement. You see, we're not just putting the Christ back in Christmas. We're putting the Christ back in Hanukkah. We're putting the Christ back in Remembrance Day. Well, what exactly does Jesus have to do with World War II? We're putting the Christ back in breakfast. Oh, I get it. You're insane. Insanity is a world where your complete breakfast doesn't include a box of sugar-frosted Christ.
But just get back to Christmas. Right now, your campaign has focused primarily on the holiday, right?
That's right. We are currently lobbying to have Santa Claus excised from the holiday. If you want a bearded man to give your children gifts, let that man be Jesus. You're putting Jesus in a sleigh with reindeer? No, all that's gonna be replaced too. So what's Jesus gonna ride then? Will he have elves? Who cares what he'll ride? Maybe a big flying cross or something. It's not important. What matters is that the children be focused on him.
I guess if you lay down across flat, it kind of looks like a plane.
We've also been rewriting Christmas carols to put focus back on the Christ child. They're already focused on him, aren't they? Away in a manger, Silent Night. But there are so many that have strayed. Here's an example of just some of our work. Jesus, the red-nosed Savior, preached a very shiny word. And if you ever heard it, you'd accept him as your Lord.
Like the light bulb.
Okay, word and Lord don't actually rhyme. It's a visual rhyme, damn it. Anyway, that's one. It's just one of them, and it's kind of a work in progress. Anyway, here, up on the chimney, Jesus Christ.
Okay, Pastor Tuesday. I'm afraid we're running out of time.
What? What's so funny? I keep telling you people, laughing at God's work is liable to get you... No, it's not that. I just realized that, you know how your name is Pastor Tuesday? Well, at Boston Pizza, they've got a Pasta Tuesday. You know, when the pasta is cheaper, more affordable. I believe you both are going to hell.
Okay, Pastor, thank you for your time. Pasta Tuesday. Next up, Andre's agent, Morty Beckbaum.
Not my agent.
Morty Beckbaum gives us the Jewish perspective.
Mysterious.
Right after this.
This Christmas, why not bring home a piece of Yuletide magic with the brief history of Christmas? Stephen Hawking sings your holiday favorites. This limited edition 2-disc DVD box set includes recordings of astounding live performances of some of your most timeless holiday classics, including The Little Drummer Boy.
They told me, pum pum pum, that Jesus is the newborn king, pum pum pum. I have an agnostic, pum pum pum. Died in my basement, pum 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 pum.
Deck the halls.
Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. Droll the ancient Yuletide carol. La 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 la.
And countless other Christmas favorites that will be sure to light up your household in the days to come. Don't wait for a black hole singularity to consume the cosmos. Instead, wheel over to your nearest HMV and pick up The Brief History of Christmas. Stephen Hawking sings your holiday favorites. Often about the United States or Canada, some sorts of places, short details. Nobody even understand what I'm saying when it talks fast. That's something wrong.
We're back with the Rubber Christmas, where if Andre tries to run out the door one more time, he'll never see his family again.
Why don't we check back in with my girlfriend...
Ex-girlfriend
Emily, who's slaving away in the kitchen.
How's that eggnog coming, Emily?
Almost done, Gord. What I've done is added 3 cups of absinthe, 2 cups of Guinness, 1 straight moonshine, 3 thimblefuls of sake, a goatskin of firewater, 8 mouthfuls of rubbing alcohol, a lamb skull of mouthwash.
Emily, we'll get back to you, because we got Andre's Jewish agent, Morty Beckbaum, on the line.
He's not my agent. Can I go, please?
No, I told you we're not going anywhere.
I don't mean home. I just mean, can I wait in the other room till you hang up on Morty?
What is your problem with this guy? And what makes you think I'm gonna hang up on him?
Andre Summers.
Hi, Morty.
Morty Beckbaum, hello.
Morty, are you taking your medication?
14 pills a day in a wheelchair for cosmetic reasons. Morty Beckbaum.
Morty, tell us what you're doing for Hanukkah this year.
Andre Summers, listen up. Feel-good Christmas reality show. Dress up as the Grinch and steal Christmas from unsuspecting families. What do you say?
Morty, I'm not looking for work right now.
Morty Beckbaum. 8 ideas per minute in an adult diaper.
How are the holidays, Morty? Are you celebrating this year?
Morty Beckbaum.
Yes, listen,
Andre Summers, listen up. Jesus Christ Superstar on ice. Put the ice back in Christ. Morty Beckbaum, hello.
You see what I mean? Do you see?
So he's actually not your agent.
He found my name in the phone book.
Andre Summers.
What, Morty?
Lead role in Harold Pinter's Betrayal on the Granville Island stage. Private auditions next week. Hello.
Wait. That actually sounds like a good gig. Morty, where did you say that was?
Morty Beckbaum. Married 5 times. Divorced twice.
Damn it, the Pinter play, Morty. I want to do it.
Andre Summers. Harold Pinter in space.
God damn it.
You want me to hang up on him?
Well,
I hung up on him.
probably a good idea.
After the break, we'll be tasting some of Emily's delicious eggnog, and Liberal candidate Brad Hotkettle from the Movement for Equality and Political Correctness will tell us about his campaign to stop the celebration of Christmas.
Yeah, kind of like I'm not celebrating it right now.
Don't get smart with me or I'll take another finger. We'll be right back. Canadian issues!
So the wife and I, we were heading down to see her folks over Christmas there, and I gave Jim and Irene a call, and I said, Jim, Irene, I said the wife and I were off to see her folks. It's Christmas, and I wouldn't mind. I'd appreciate it if you'd look in on the house every once in a while. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've asked Dale and Phyllis already, and they said they'd come by every day or so, but just in case, if you see a newspaper or something, just stick it on in the mail slot there. So sure enough, the wife and I come back home after Christmas. And wouldn't you know it, there's a newspaper right there on the porch. So, the wife comes up. She comments, of course. She says, look, there's a newspaper. It's right there. And, I didn't mind. But obviously there was some kind of misconception. And I know if it's Jim and Irene, I have no idea if it was them or Dale and Phyllis. And I wasn't going to say anything. Of course I'm not going to say anything. But, I can't sleep at night anymore. This has been
Canadian Issues. Welcome back to the Chicken Jesus Birthday Show. We're live in our firelit studio, where Andre has been into the kitchen during the break, begging his ex-girlfriend to take him back.
No, I wasn't.
You were so. You spilled all the eggnog.
Take me back.
As Emily begins basting the rubber turkey, let's turn our attention to our next guest, sitting opposite of us right now.
His name is Brad Hotkettle, and he's with the Movement for Equality and Political Correctness.
Thanks for having me, Andre.
Definitely, Brad, and Merry Christmas.
Well, we're trying to change that, actually.
Pardon?
Well, see, Christmas simply isn't appropriate, Gord. Maybe if this were the 50s, but let's face it, times are changing.
You think the word Christmas isn't appropriate?
Of course, I think that in order to level the playing field, so to speak, we need to do away with archaic partisan slogans. For a considerable duration now, my team is working on something acceptable to all people. Have a Good Winter, for example, didn't go over well with our sadist study group, but Have a Winter has generated enormously positive feedback.
Okay, hang on! My family's been celebrating Christmas for generations. It's a tradition that brings people together. Don't you think generalizing a holiday to the point of simply acknowledging weather is maybe robbing it of, I don't know, relevance?
Oh, I don't know. In the Soviet Union, we didn't have Christmas. Although, I guess that whole society did kind of collapse.
Gord, I think you're taking this entirely the wrong way. We think that Christmas is a silly, offensive way to alienate Jews, Muslims, and all those other strange, wacky beliefs that people invest in. We started with little things like the phrase Merry Christmas, but eventually we'll address other issues like stoplights.
Stoplights?
Red and green, gentlemen. Red and green. I mean, you may not mind, but does a Rastafarian see his colors represented on government-placed stoplight posts? I mean, wake up and smell the incense. The people have spoken. You have to spend money to make money. A bird in the hand.
In Soviet Russia, we didn't really have stoplights.
Quiet, Andre. Listen, Brad. Can I ask if you're a religious man?
I don't see how that's an issue.
Humor me.
This is supposedly a comedy show.
Andre.
Quiet as a mouse, I'm quiet as a mouse.
All right, fine. If you want to cleave it out of me, I've been known to practice cloning, yes, but that is something my family and I do in the privacy of our own laundry room.
Cloning? And you don't think that homogenizing your family can somehow spill over into wanting to homogenize the holiday season?
Well, first off, I don't see any problem with homosexuals spilling into our society. I mean, I just like to think I go by the old saying, if someone can pray in a church, then let there be someone to burn an effigy of Christ next to it. It's really about, the balance, the acceptance of all viewpoints.
But do you...
Hang on, Gord. Brad, what's the second thing?
Well, the second thing is that I'm a recovering porn addict.
Who isn't?
Brad, this interview has to come to a close, but first let me ask you one final question.
Absolutely.
What kind of present do you give to a child to celebrate?
Acknowledge, too.
To acknowledge winter.
Thank you. Well, you're making me pick, so I'd probably have to say, a Bible.
Puzzling. That was liberal Fruit Loop Brad Hotkettle.
In Soviet Russia, we just gave snow.
What?
It's plentiful, affordable. Children love snow.
Okay. After the break, we'll be sitting down with 17-year-old alternative holiday proponent, Aurora Ravenchild. Apparently she celebrates something called Gothmas.
Spooky.
Right after this. This is a little song I wrote about Yorkshire pudding. It's a piece of bread, you put some gravy in it, stuff it on your face, and then you say, thanks, Grandma, you made a wonderful dinner this year, yeah! Yorkshire pudding! We're back back with Rubber Time Christmas Bird. Speaking of which, the turkey is about to be done. Rather like Andre and Emily's romance.
Gord,
that was hilarious.
It was insulting.
Oh man,
that was insulting.
Why was that insulting? It's true.
Take me back.
You get it. That's so funny.
Take me back.
Oh man, God.
Well, when roasting a rubber turkey, the basting is important. We've basted and basted. It's a constant effort, pretty much. You give the turkey everything. You pour hours of your special personal time all over this turkey. You let it know how much you care. You build it up when it's not doing so well. You remember all those irrelevant birthdays of family you never even met and who don't really know your name. You continue to put up with hour after hour of aggravating whining about how you used to be so close, how you used to know everything about one another, about how you haven't really been intimate in a long, long, long time, and then when you think you've given all you can, just when you finally need the turkey's support, it fucking falls apart.
Wow. So, is the turkey all right?
I'm fine.
Emily, we'll come back to you. Right now, Aurora Ravenchild has joined us, and she's going to tell us about Gothmas, while her mom waits downstairs in a minivan. Aurora, thanks for coming.
Thank you too, Gord, but I would prefer to be called Roar if, that doesn't clash with your personal beliefs.
You want to be called Roar?
It's pretty inoffensive, but unless you're, a lion, yeah. But I've never been to Africa or anything like that, and if I go, I think I'll just go with Aurora. It means, the breaking dawn.
Breaking...
Like my tattoo.
What?
I have a tattoo of myself on my back. It's my silhouette in front of the dawn. I figure one day I can show my kids what I looked like when I was young. I think it's important to hold on to the memories that shape us as individuals.
Okay. Aurora. Tell us a little about how you were celebrating the holiday season this year.
Well, Gothmas is sort of different from Christmas in the sense that the first part of it is different. Also, it's more on the dark side of things. We watch, The Nightmare before Christmas and also, Seven. And I really feel that once my younger brothers and sisters see that film, they'll have a more realistic idea of what the world is like. It helps to create a paranoia that is essential for the feast later on in the night, because it reminds of the toxins and carcinogens that we as people inhale in animal meat when we eat it, and that kind of thing. You know?
I have a question.
We all have questions, Andre. It's a part of the journey.
My dad loves Journey, but that's beside the point. My question is, if you don't eat meat, assuming that's what you meant when you were rambling earlier, how come you have that animal skull around your neck? Isn't that a dead animal or something?
That actually launches us right into our next point, which is when I was very young, I did eat meat, and this skull represents the vastly big number of animals that I sort of unknowingly devoured without doing penance to their little animal souls. So if I wasn't against animal incarceration, I would say that this gerbil skull on this chain is a lot like if I had an albatross that was a pet that I carried around.
You mean it's like an albatross around your neck?
No, not really. Not like that. Maybe it's more like a familiar, which should really be a hawk or any kind of bird of prey.
Okay, now, back to Gothmas. Tell more about Gothmas. It's why you're here.
It's sort of instead of hanging white lights, you'd hang blue LEDs and sort of come together. And instead of calling it celebrating a birth, it would be more like celebrating the death of loved ones who have shaped your journey. We eat tofu and have spring greens, and those are lifelike, but we grill them and they lose some of their greenness after. They're brown after you put the soy sauce on them, but good brown. It's a solid staple for any holiday meal.
Okay, so do you give presents?
That part we refer to as the Festival of Gifts, and it involves us giving presents for personal gain. So, if my mother's mad at me, I'll get her a big present, whereas if my brother and I are on good terms, I get him nothing at all. So we show each other who we like and who we don't. So I'm giving you this big gift, but on the other hand, it's oh, but am I? You know?
Aurora, how do your parents feel about your Black Sabbath, or whatever you call it?
They celebrate, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's a huge, big, vast deal where we gather around the futon and worship the passing year and the coming year and reflect. You could also just call it reflection, but there's food too.
So basically, it's Christmas, but you're all depressed and vegetarian.
It's more vegan than anything. We're not depressed, we're despairing. It's sort of similar in the difference.
This interview really hasn't gone the way we hoped. Andre, you should probably go home.
Really?
No?
Well, actually, I think the journey home could be looked at as an essential.
Okay, we're gonna go to commercial. You should probably go reapply your eyeliner, huh?
What's wrong with my eyeliner?
Hello, I'm Beverly Starr Coulter, and this is my 5-year-old daughter, Beverly Starr Coulter, here to sing some of her favorite Christmas carols. Go ahead, honey.
All I want for Christmas is gigantic breasts. Real big breasts.
Oh, that was crap.
Plastic. Mommy, I sang just like you wanted me to, and I thought you'd like it.
The song's fine, just the way you were singing it. Maybe we'll do a little extra work with Dr. McPhee, huh? Next song? Yeah, there's a good girl. Step up. Stand straight.
And so happy Christmas. The suicide rate is high. So all of you losers should just shut up and die. And so happy Christmas. The death rate is high this season.
Okay, that's quite enough of that, thanks. Usually she's much, much, much better than this. Aren't you, honey? Aren't you?
I saw Mommy going through man.
Okay, that's quite enough of that song. Thank you very much. Okay, get to the car.
All right, we're back from commercial break, and we're gonna head on into the kitchen where Andre and Emily are cooking up a storm.
I'm nothing without you. I have no
Listen,
soul.
we've talked about this. We've talked about this. You need a therapist, and you have to get rid of your lawyer.
You're my therapist.
And take on a therapist.
You're my therapist.
And now
you're good at it.
And you'll
love
be able.
it.
So how's that turkey doing?
I'm fine.
It's going fine, Gord. Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah,
all right?
Gord, give her a second.
You don't know. You don't know.
I
don't
don't-
talk like you know my turkey. You
I am your turkey.
Is it? Do you smell something burning?
That's what I
That's
said.
my desire for you.
You know what?
It smells like
this is
burning
all your
tires.
fault. The turkey is burning, and I slaved over this turkey. Just, I'm done with you guys.
Emily,
That's it. Don't call me.
Come
don't
back.
Call me. Get a therapist.
Don't. Well, at least don't leave the door open. It's like negative 20 degrees out there.
And they have that party going on next door.
Yeah. Well, shit. I think they're coming over. Hey,
God.
Man,
Who the
fuck?
Oh, hey, guys, come on. Yeah,
You guys can't be in here right now.
No, man, they were all geared up for the fucking, LAN party. They got the routers, they got all their CPUs and stuff, and
I don't know
we're
what
gonna have a jam sesh. We're gonna
Jam sesh! What are you talking
get a
about?
router going, we're all gonna,
Okay, shut up. Because we're recording a Christmas special. And
Christmas special? No, man, come on. I got my fucking 40 vodka here. We got, we got
man, we got this blunt, man.
Big, yeah, I got this big fatty. It's like,
Dennis,
look at how pregnant that is, man. Look at that.
Dennis,
Come on,
I don't
come on.
work at Burger King anymore, and we were never
Man.
friends.
Oh,
I just
come on,
worked.
never friends. Who gave you rides home? How many times? Like 3 fucking times, man?
I gave you a ride home like 20, and
You showed up to my birthday party that time, and now
you broke into my house on your birthday.
Look, we're here. I got this extra RAM. I got like 40 extra gigs of RAM. 40, man. And
We don't even have a computer in here.
Man, I got Command and Conquer. Come on, man.
Gord, could you deal with this, please?
Guys, can you?
Okay,
Gord?
guys, I got a computer upstairs, so Command and Conquer all the way. Andre, you stay here. But first we have to wrap up the scripts of special.
Yeah. So you're wait. Let me get this straight. You don't let me go home to my family on Christmas, and then at the first whiff of Burger King fucking high dies, you go upstairs and you play Command and Conquer. We'll talk about this in a second. For now, we have one more guest, right? We have one more guest.
We have one more
Do we?
guest.
We do. My cousin. Are we supposed to get him on the
cousin
phone?
from Vladivostok. You're on.
Yeah. He's supposed to be online with us right now to tell us about Christmas. My cousin didn't know a thing about Christmas until I found out I was doing this podcast.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's calling.
On my phone.
Okay, good. Hook him up. Turn it on.
Hello.
Hello, it is me.
Who?
Very good, yes. My name Taras, I am from Russia. I am Andrei cousin. Hello, Andrush, привет.
Hey, Taras.
Yes, it's very nice to hear from you guys. I want to say I love Christmas. I love it because I have been reading about it in a book.
What book have you been reading, Taras?
I have been reading The Fall of Soviet Union and the Amalgam of Cultural Contexts in 21st Century in Russia, Europe, European Union, and Chechen Separation Front trial papers from one of their mob leaders.
That's a long title.
I paraphrase. It was quite longer. I shortened it for you.
Oh, thank you. So what's Christmas like in Russia, Taras?
I have to tell you, I do not have Christmas in Russia, which is why it is very exciting for me to have Christmas in book. And I read it. And now I think I know much about... I read about Santa Claus. He is a very large mythical creature.
Well, how about you tell me a little bit about Santa Claus?
Андрей, можно я расскажу ему про Санта-Клауса?
Yeah, listen, you probably shouldn't talk...
Да, хорошо, спасибо. Сейчас я спою вам песню.
Oh, come on, please don't sing.
Да, я буду петь. У меня есть гитара.
No, not the guitar, please.
Yes, guitar. We have guitar. We make the guitar music for the beautiful people in the Hollywood in California who listen to me now, yes? Good? They listen?
Yes.
Every year in West you celebrating when the fat man breaks into your homes. He have a present for your childrens if they sit upon his lap. The name by which this pedophile is known is Santa Claus. Sneak at night into your house with a list of all the children that he likes. Santa Claus is not easily aroused, but he knows which ones is naughty and which nice. In my country, if old man is knowing when my children sleep or is awake, I do not demand my wife to leave him cookies and the milk, but instead I smash his face in with a rake. Yes, but America is much confusing in the things they choose to celebrate. Like in springtime when the rabbit lays the brown things that you eat, and you crucify this Jesus you must hate. Wait! Santa Claus have long fangs inside his mouth, and he slithers through the forest hungrily. Santa Claus, in his claws he catch the mouse, and he build a nest on top of Christmas tree. Big finish! Santa Claus sell his soul to hell like Faust, and the devil give to him eternal life. Santa Claus in the frozen northeast house, in a prison made of dragon scales and ice.